In this video, I'm going to be covering why you're not losing fat in a calorie deficit. If you are at the beginning of your fitness journey, then you probably know how difficult it can be whenever you're trying to cut for the first time. Whenever you have a lot of questions and you're doing a lot of things wrong, you're putting in the effort, and all of a sudden, you've got nothing to show for it. There's a few different reasons why the whole calories in, calories out thing isn't working for you, and we're gonna cover them starting now. Number one, you are not tracking your calories enough. One of my favorite sayings is, what isn't measured isn't managed. And that is certainly true. If you do not measure the things out that you need to measure out as far as what you're eating and keeping track of what you are, then you have nothing to go off of and no adjustments to make. There are multiple studies out there that show people tend to underestimate their calories by anywhere from 20 to 40%. And that just is in the form of sauces, handfuls of candy, nuts, whatever's lying around. You can't just track meals. You have to track literally everything for a while before you can actually learn. And that is where eventually you will get to through the process. But that is one of the biggest reasons why you're not in a calorie deficit. The second reason why it's not working for you being in a calorie deficit is because if you are a person who has been way too strict with your calories and you haven't allowed your body to actually eat what it needs, then your metabolism actually slows down. It's a survival response. Your body gets more efficient with the calories it uses, so it wants to use less. That is why your body stores fat when you think you're in a calorie deficit, because your body's already adapted to that. Now, what can you do about it? Try to reverse diet. Now, just basically every week, you will start at what your current maintenance is, and you will add in 50 to 100 calories per week for about 8 to 12 weeks. And what this will do is this will speed up your metabolism, so the next time you can actually get your metabolism back to where it needs to be, so that then when you lower calories, it's not going to be such a chore for you to get back into that deficit. The third reason that I see multiple clients of mine in the past that think they're in a calorie deficit, but they're not, is they just don't weigh themselves every morning. They might be tracking the food, but because they're not weighing themselves consistently every morning, they have nothing to go off of. So then all of a sudden it's like, well, crap, I don't know which day caused my weight to go up or when my weight decided to go up. The weight is data. Whatever you're doing is working or not working. Are you going in the opposite direction? Are you staying put? Do you need to increase calories? Are you losing too fast? That's what the scale is for. It's to be able to measure your progress based on what you're doing, look at that, and then continue to make adjustments on the fly. The fourth reason that you're not losing fat while you're in a calorie deficit, bad relationship with food. Binge eating on the weekends. 5 days a week, I was perfect. On the weekends, I go overboard. You have to change your relationship with food. Food is fuel. It's to enhance your day, it's to make you feel better, it's to help you recover from your workouts so that you can continue to grow, not only in the gym, but also mentally. When you start to view food as fuel, then what you eat and what's on the scale doesn't matter so much. It's simply showing you what's working, what's not. Then you can say, okay, I need more carbs before my workouts. How can I get that fuel source? Or I need to recover better. My protein hasn't been very high. I'm gonna up that a little bit. All of a sudden now, I'll start seeing food as fuel. You know, you wanna treat your body like a better car, start viewing food as fuel. Upgrade your food over time. I mean, you don't have to be perfect and eat super clean. That's not what I'm saying, but over time, you'll start to get that relationship with food, and then you'll just start to value certain foods more. And the fifth reason, you're not comfortable with hunger. Hunger's part of it. And a lot of times I would get hungry at night, and then all of a sudden, I overeat. I binge eat, and that's because I wasn't comfortable with just being hungry. Hunger is part of the process. What did you expect? You can't expect not to be hungry when you're literally consuming less energy than what your body typically requires. That's something that you're going to have to get through, and that's where having a coach, having an accountability partner, being able to track and actually see your progress so that you can tell yourself, oh, I just need to keep going because I'm actually going towards that goal that I want. What I recommend is drink a glass of water and then wait 30 minutes. Typically, whenever you're hungry, all that is there's a hormone called ghrelin, and that's signaling to your brain that your body's hungry. But if you can withstand it long enough, that feeling, that response goes away after a while. That's why, you know, I'm the type of person, I can wake up in the morning, I might be hungry initially, but then I can go till noon without eating. That's because that hormone gets shut down, your body's like, okay, we're not getting it. There's no point in to keep signaling this because we still have other sources of energy that we can go off of. So there you have it. There's the 5 ways that I've found that people don't lose fat when they think they're in a calorie deficit, because it is not possible to not be in a calorie deficit and lose weight. Now that might be based on metabolism. And that's a different story, and that's where I do recommend getting a coach at some point to be able to help you with that reverse dieting process. If you found any sort of value in this video at all, please like, subscribe, comment. I just want to know that you got something from it. I want to make this channel beneficial and better for you, so the more questions that I get, the more types of content I can make, and then the more I can help you guys out, and I hope to make that on a more personal level with you. Thanks.